Hello everyone and welcome to the SOB3D YouTube channel. It has come to my notice that the subject of weight transferring is still a complex issue to grasp for some. So the point of this video is to square in on that process. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is make sure that the body you intend using is visible and hide other unnecessary objects. We made this dress in a previous video, so we can hide it and also hide the dinner body, since the item we are transferring weight to was made with the dinner body. To hide, you simply select the object and press H. Thereafter, of course, we want to unhide the dinner body. Select the dinner body from your Blender outliner and then click the eye icon beside it to unhide it. The next step is to remove any objects that may be in the clothing export collection. Simply click on the item and drag it outside the collection. Now, click on the clothing exports collection itself. We are doing this because we want the object that we are importing to be imported directly into it. Then, go to File, Import, and select the file type your object was exported as from wherever you made it. For example, I exported my object as an FBX. Therefore, I will click FBX. If you made your object as an OBJ or exported it as an OBJ, you click on Wavefront OBJ. With the imported object selected, go to Materials and ensure all the object's materials are indexed. Indexed means that they have numbers higher than 10 in square brackets beside their respective names. This step is essential. When your materials aren't indexed, they will clash with each other in material slot 00, the same slot where the avatar's body material is. This is what results in the kind of error where everything after importing is one color. Also note that no two materials should share the same index number. They will clash with each other. For emphasis, these numbers must be higher than 10 and in square brackets. I would also like to recommend that you change the viewport display color of each material while still in Blender. This simply makes your object a different color from the base body, which in turn makes it easier to spot clipping areas during weight transferring. To change the viewport display color of a material, click on the material, scroll down the material properties until you see viewport display. You can change the color to anything you want here, but make sure it's something much different from the base avatar's color. Note that viewport display colors do not change the actual color of your object. Now that we have imported the object that we intend to transfer weight to, and we have also verified that our materials are in order, let us proceed with the weight transfer process. From this point, please watch carefully. Let's take this weight transfer process in 7 easy steps. Step 1. Select the body that you have made the item for. This piece was made for the Nina default GA body, so I will be selecting that body in my outliner. Simply right-click or left-click on the body to select it, depending on your Blender settings. Step 2. Shift select the object you intend to transfer weight to. So, with the base body selected, Shift select the item to be rigged. That is, with my Nina body selected in my case, I will now shift select the outfit that I have now imported. So the result here is that I have two objects selected, with the imported object being the last one selected. It is very important that the imported object is the last one selected between the two. Step 3. Hold Ctrl plus Tab, then click on Weight Paint Mode. This brings us to Weight Paint Mode, where we will transfer the weights. Step 4. In Weight Paint Mode, go to the Weights menu. Click on Transfer. We have now successfully transferred weights, but we still need to work on the results. Step 5. Change the vertex mapping to nearest face interpolated and the source layer selection to by name. We are doing this because this will give us the smoothest and most accurate weight transfer results among these options. While still in Weight Paint mode, click on Modifiers. Click Add Modifier and then select Armature. Click on the text box beside Object and select Clothing Avatar Armature. After doing that, you can now drag the timeline to the right. You will now notice that your item can now move with your body. If for any reason your item is not moving with your body, please go back and verify your steps. This means now that at this point, you have successfully transferred the weights. Step 7. Control Tab and click Object Mode to go back to the Object Mode. Select only the item you just transferred weights to and click Export from your IMVU Studio Toolkit panel. You have now successfully exported your weighted mesh object. Go to the same folder where your blend file is saved. This is where you will find your exported creation. By default, it will be named in this format: clothing underscore name of the blend file you exported it from. If you haven't renamed any of the files that come with the SOB3D Nina Devkits, yours should show up as clothing underscore SOB3D Nina Devkits in brackets studio. Rename this file. It is important to rename it because if you export something else from the same blend file, it will be overwritten. Proceed to IMVU Studio and derive from the body which you made the item for. In my case, I made this item using the SOB3D Nina default GA body, so that is the exact one I will be deriving from in IMVU Studio. Deriving from the wrong body will cause issues, so be sure to look carefully before clicking Derive. To get to the body, go to Create, filter the creator to SOB3D, go to Women, Tops, since we are deriving from a full body, click on Nina Body Devkits GA, Derive. Once in IMVU Studio, I click on the import icon in the upper left area and select Import FBX. Select the FBX file exported from Blender, that is the one you just renamed, and click Open. In the pop-up window, click Setup FBX. Since this is a full body item, we can change the mesh ID to 5. Click Next once you've set the mesh ID. In the Material tab, make sure none of your materials have numbers below 10 and that none of them share the same number. This is very important. If you do not get this step, there will be issues with your import. Click Next once you have verified. In the Animation tab, uncheck everything. We are not using the default timeline animations that come with the Studio Kit. Therefore, we need to uncheck everything. Click Review. Click Import and wait for your outfit to be loaded completely. Now, go to Components and select your material in slot 0. Add the mcg.jpg file as the opacity texture. This shows the avatar's skin and hides the parts that can make it an access pass only item. However, if you intend making an access pass only item, please feel free to use a texture that is simply a black image. You can select each material of your outfit and enable the double-sided material property. This lets your mesh have both front and back faces. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope the weight transferring process is very clear now. I understand that it might be a bit tedious of a process for some of you, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes second nature. If you still have any questions or areas of confusion, be sure to leave them in the comments. Doing so allows other people to learn in the process as well. So, I would highly appreciate it that you do. Thank you all very much for watching.